Peace, peace, peace. This your brother Monroe Jr. And JaRule told 50 Cent to pull up to an upcoming meet and greet, and he said, "I dare you." And he was laughing at 50 because, as you know, 50 has, if you've been keeping up with this, 50 trolled JaRule saying he bought 200 tickets to the front row of his show in order to leave them empty. And JaRule clapped back at Fifth, basically saying, "Hey, genius, make sure you keep buying tickets to all my shows. Your support is appreciated." Then he dared him to pull up. So it's been a lot of speculation about Fifth possibly pulling up. And I just hope that they keep it in comical land, you know, and that it doesn't transpire into anything more serious where it becomes a tangible altercation type situation. Because if you don't know the history of these two, they actually have physically fought before, and it got to the point to where the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan had to be called in to help settle the beef. He met with JaRule. He let JaRule know, you know, how serious it could be when it comes to it becoming physically a situation where, you know, one of them is hurt, or a third party entity like the government intervenes that doesn't have neither of those brothers' best interests at hand, and they pop 50, blame JaRule, or they pop JaRule, blame 50. Then next thing you know, the entourages, the crews, the gangs, the posse starts to get involved, the family, and then you have bloodshed that trickles all the way down to the street. Because the rulers that be, they're mad and they're angry because they don't control the power in the reach of hip-hop, right? Even young white people, middle-aged white people, all different ethnicities around the world are listening to these artists. So they have broken the power grip of the rulers. Even some of their children listen to hip-hop, and they hate it, and they want to destroy the power that hip-hop has grown, that it has cultivated. These brothers are world international leaders, superstars, right? So the rulers that be, they will do anything. Like they saw Pac and Biggie growing, and their reach was tremendous. They say, we had to stop this. So the enemy is always in the midst, but he's like a termite. You can't see him. They work behind the scenes, right? They work through their governmental agencies, the FBI, and you know, they do all kind of dirty stuff. They hire people with rap sheets that have time potentially against them, and they use these type of people to do their bidding. They're wicked beyond our imagination, and then they'll put the blame on them when the whole time it was the people at the top, and they have us fighting each other. So I hope what JaRule and 50 have going on remains comical, it remains virtual, it doesn't grow into anything greater than that. We always have to look deeper, because the enemy loves when we start to beef with one another. They say, man, I hope it grows bigger than that. And sometimes they'll put agents among these brothers to help drop seeds, to see if that seed will be watered and grow into some greater than that, and begin to grow roots, and then potentially bear fruit. So you know, let's keep Fifth and Ja in prayer. Let's hope that this doesn't transpire into anything greater than this, than that. This your brother Monroe Jr. I'm signing off. Peace.